Welcome back to Canadian Guns.
Today we're going to be reviewing and comparing the ARKEN EP5 Gen 2 7 to 35 to 56 to the DNT Optics the One 7 to 35 by 56. Now both of these optics are very similar, but there are some subtle differences that might make you buy one over the other. Now the ARKEN EP5 Gen 2 7 to 35 by 56 has 32 mils of total elevation, a 34 millimeter tube, and a 56 millimeter objective lens with ED glass. It's got really nice knurling on the turrets, 10 mils per rotation, a crisp illuminated reticle, and a solid well-built feel throughout. It sells for around $900 Canadian or for around $750 US. Now the DNT the One also has 32 mils of total elevation, a 56 millimeter objective lens, and the same 34 millimeter tube. It comes with a very clean zero stop, excellent knurling on the turrets. It includes a handy bump style throw lever for the magnification rate. It's got ED glass, and it also sells for around $900 Canadian or for around $750 US. Now let's take these outside and have a look around and compare these scopes side by side. And don't forget to smash that like and subscribe button today. Here's a look at 400 yards. This is the building that I always use for testing. As you can see through both the ARKEN and the DNT, the image looks very close. Both have that ED glass going for it, and both show sharp detail that's very clear on the building. They both look really good. Now here's the fence line, the old barn fence and a couple trees at 750 yards. Now both still looks excellent, very crisp, and very consistent. Next, here's my 1,000-yard mark. Dead tree. I always use this because I know it's 1,000 yards. Even at this distance, both scopes stay sharp and bright. So when it comes to glass quality, there's not much separation between these two scopes. They both perform impressively well for the price. Now let's do the tracking test and the box test with these. So they both passed the box test and the tracking test with flying colors. Now let's talk the turrets. The ARKEN EP5 has excellent knurling on the turrets. It has a hard style zero stop, which is the screw on the top. If you want to reset to zero, all you have to do is unscrew it a bit. Make sure you unscrew the locking screw, screw it back down to your zero, lock in the locking screw, and you're set to go. It has 10 mils per rotation on the turrets. The turrets feel very tactile, very nice and audible. There's no sponginess to them, no spring back to the turrets themselves when you're clicking it. They feel really nice, very, very tactile. Now, the windage is the same way. It's got 16 mils of total windage on it. Very, very audible. As you can tell there. Very, very responsive. Now the parallax on this starts all the way down at 25, goes to 30, 40, 50, goes to 75, 100, 150, 200, 300, 500, all the way up to infinity. Very, very nice knurling on it. I do like these ones. You can grab it even with gloves in the wintertime. It's very, very nice and smooth. Like, it doesn't feel grindy or gritty or anything like that, or that it's dragging. It feels buttery, buttery smooth. Now the illumination on this has 6 settings with off in between each setting. It only illuminates the center of the reticle itself. I would have liked to seen it illuminate the entire reticle. It doesn't. Some people are going to like that, some people aren't. What I did find is that it's not super bright, especially during daylight. It gets a little washed out in the sun. Other than that, it's still not that bad. Now the magnification on this. The magnification is 7:35. It's a little stiff right now. This one, mind you, is still kind of new, so it's going to still be a little stiff. It's not really grindy or gritty. It's still pretty buttery smooth. The only thing I don't like is that it doesn't come with a throw lever. I would have liked to have seen a throw lever on it, but it doesn't have one. Same as the ocular. The ocular is very nice and smooth. There's no wobble to it. It doesn't feel like it's grindy or gritty or anything like that. It's actually quite good. Now the DNT. So the DNT has the same thing. So it's 32 mils of total elevation. It's the heart screw type zero stop. It's got the same design as the ARKEN does. So it's a screw down zero stop style with the locking screw on the side. This one though, they use like a torque Allen key instead. I kind of like that. Instead of just using an Allen key, it's got a torque edge on it. So it's very good for that. Very, very responsive. Very audible. Now, the knurling on it is a little bit different than on the ARKEN. The knurling is a little smoother. Tit for tat, basically. It's like, I kind of like this one. I like the smoother one more than the really grabby one. But it's going to be personal preference between me and everybody else out there. Sounds very audible. It's a little louder than the ARKEN one is. It's still the same responsive, very tactile. There's no springs back to it. There's no mushiness to the turret. Same as the windage. The windage is again 16 mils of total windage. Very, very responsive. Very, very audible. It's actually pretty loud, which is kind of nice. There's no spring back to it or anything like that. Now the parallax on this one also starts at 25, goes to 30, 40, goes to 50, 100, 200, 300, 500, and infinity. Very, very smooth, no grittiness to them. They're kind of hard to figure out, like, if you had the logos covered up in tape, it'd be hard to tell which one is actually which. They feel basically the same. Now, the illumination on this one, it's got 6 settings also with off in between each one. The interesting part is it illuminates the entire reticle itself. Now the illumination on this one is a little stiff. Why? Because I don't use it all that much, so you know it happens. It probably loosen off the more you get working with it. I do like the fact that it lights up the entire reticle. It's also super daylight bright, like it's really, really bright on the reticle, which could be a good thing, but it's going to depend on you. Which one do you like? Do you like the center illumination or do you want the full illumination? In the end, that's your choice. Now the magnification is also a 7:35, very, very smooth. This one's a little tight right now, but it's starting to loosen up. When it gets cold outside, they do tighten up really hard. But what I do like about this one is it comes with a bump throw lever on it, which you can put on or you can take off, whichever one you want. But I kind of like actually having a throw lever on it. Ocular is the same way, very, very nice and smooth. There's no gritty, no wobble to it. Doesn't feel like it's loose or anything like that. So they're pretty well neck and neck when it comes down to it so far. Now the reticles. So the reticle on the ARKEN is a Christmas tree style reticle. It does have the floating dot in it, but the holdover, you got a lot of space from the floating dot to your actual crosshairs. Now with the DNT, it's got the same kind of reticle with the floating dot, but the DNT has more like a 3/10 for holdover. So it's a little closer to the floating dot than the ARKEN is. I kind of like the DNT one a little more. I find it a little crisper than the ARKEN. But again, that's going to be personal choice. Now the field of view. So the field of view on the ARKEN at 7 times magnification is 16 feet at 100 yards, and at the highest magnification of 3.4 feet at 100 yards. Now the DNT optic at 7 times magnification is 16.6 feet at 100 yards, and at the highest magnification it's 3.4 feet at 100 yards. So basically pretty close to each other on that. Now the eye relief is roughly 3.4 inches on both scopes, so even if you're using a heavy caliber rifle, you're not going to really have to worry about scope bite or anything like that. So it's going to, because nothing's worse than having scope bite. It's kind of hard to explain. Now warranty wise, if there's a problem with either one of these scopes, ARKEN will fix it or replace it. All you have to do is send it in. DNT is basically the same thing. They're both lifetime warranties. If you have a problem with either one of them, no problem at all. Now you get sunshades with both scopes. You get Allen keys, cleaning cloths, things like that. The funny part is you can literally swap the sunshade from one to the other with no problem. They're literally the same optic, except the little things like the illumination and the reticle. So which one do I pick? Honestly, they're both great scopes, for the price point. Either one is going to get you about 85% of the way there. Now, will they be able to stand up to a high-end optic? 2000, 4000 tangent thetas, tracked optics, Vortex Razor Gen 3s? No, I don't think they're meant for that. They're meant as a budget-friendly option if you want to get into PRS shooting, 22 LR shooting, or extreme long-range shooting. They're meant for that. And they're going to get you, like I said, 85% of the way there. There's nothing really wrong with these scopes. They're good budget-friendly optic if you're on a bit of a budget. So there you have it, guys. There's my comparison of the ARKEN EP5 Gen 2 7-35 by 56 and the DNT the One 7-35 by 56. If you like the channel and the video so far, smash that like and subscribe button, and we'll see you next time at Canadian Guns. Bye for now.